their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. The fans are making noise here inside the Oracle Arena for their Warriors. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, introducing the rest of the 2K broadcast team. Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and sideline reporter Doris Burke. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. As we take a look here at David Lee, guys, what do you think?
Well, I'm a big fan of David Lee, fellas. I mean, you look at the way he's progressed in his career. Each season he's found a way to improve, and now he's become one of the better passing forwards in the NBA. I just like what he does because he can figure out ways to win each and every night.
I think a lot of it just has to do with him feeling right at home with the ball on the block. If you double, he'll find the open man, and if you don't, he'll square up and go into his move. He just finds a way to be productive on offense.
And it's Golden State's ball. Outside Curry. The feed now to Lee. Back to Curry, and he gets it to go.
Steph Curry is virtually impossible to defend. I mean, he can hit from anywhere on the floor. In the gym range, personified with Curry. Mid-range jumpers are like layups to him. And inside, he's got the floater finger roll and the runner. You always expect his shots to go in. It's like watching a game of horse at full speed when the highest stakes are on the line.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Jeff Teague. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line. And Steve, shooting no doubt Curry's forte. He narrowly missed the All-Star game last season. I mean, I can't believe he didn't get elected, and he seemed to be the one glaring miss. When you watch this game, where can he improve?
I think offensively, he's got the whole package. I think it's at the other end of the floor where he can probably improve. He needs to compete a little bit more defensively, but that's tough to do when you're handling so much of the offensive load for your team. But he's got to find a little more balance, I think, between his offense and his defense.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
The Hawks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Teague dishes to Williams. He feeds it to Korver. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And that one's good. Millsap.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%, can't do better than that.
Curry against Teague. Iguodala outside from downtown, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Iguodala's got his first 3 points of the game. Williams against Thompson. Knocked away. Thompson with the block.
First miss of the game after 4 makes, so it's been a hot start.
Bogut with the screen on Horford. And Thompson kicks to Bogut. He used that pick to get in close. Bogut's got his first points in this one.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Feeds to Korver. Back to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it to Teague. No good from outside. Warriors have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
Lee against Millsap. Pass to Bogut. Back to Lee. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Now here's Teague. He's got 5. Williams with the ball. Knocks it loose. Curry with the steal. By himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Yeah, absolutely. They made the steal pay dividends instantly in the open
now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Warriors on D. They lead by 4. Horford gets a screen from Corbin. Williams attacking, and there's the call on Klay Thompson.
Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson and the Warriors last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the Controls, but in year 2, they got it done. And I tell you what, most thought, look out, watch out now. One of the oldest plays in basketball made that dunk possible.
That's right. A terrific screen right there, Steve. Allowed him to lose his man and rock it to the rim.
Well, don't you love to see players working together in that fundamental play? Fun to watch.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. It's Curry with the drive, and that one's good. Curry's got 6.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Here's Golden State now. They're on a 13-4 run. Iguodala, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
You know, Iguodala seemed to be a 20-point per game kind of a player. Last season, another season where his scoring was helpful, but not where you thought it might be for a star player. But his game is not predicated on scoring. It's his all-around versatility that makes him star level.
And he can't get the first one. And for Iguodala last season, under 13 points a game.
But, Kevin, if you're just looking at the offensive numbers, you're kind of missing the point with Iguodala. He's a defensive-minded player. He can score, particularly in transition, but it's his defense, it's his rebounding, it's what he brings to the total game that sets him apart.
He hits the second from the line.
Well, the Warriors going to the playoffs last season for just the second time in 19 seasons, guys. Pretty incredible and remarkable, too. But it seems, as Mark Jackson said, that things be a-changing in the Bay Area, and for the better.
Curry with the steal. Now the pass to Thompson. Trying to find Curry. He's got it now. And that one's good. Curry's got 8 points.
They really look sharp here. Razor sharp. Extremely focused.
The Hawks trail by 7. And for the Warriors, a scrappy, hard-fought win over the Denver Nuggets in 6 games. They also, Steve, gave the Spurs a lot of trouble in the second round.
They sure did. That series might have turned out a lot different if they hadn't collapsed in Game 1. But the Warriors showed tremendous resilience in bouncing back and really making that series so competitive.
Thompson passes to Bogut. Thompson against Williams. Thompson dishes to Curry. Back to Thompson. Al Horford with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. T kicks to Williams. Pass to Millsap. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Teague the pass to Williams. 6 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Good. Horford's got his first bucket in this one.
Unselfish basketball on the interior. I love that, and you got to think the coaching staff does too.
Thompson with it. Williams picks him up. On its way from Curry for 2. The shot is off. And Atlanta will come the other way. Back to Iguodala. Lets it go from deep. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
And I really think you've got to love the way they protected the rim today. I mean, a good number of blocks in the first half.
Atlanta making a switch here. Rand's checked in. So it's Atlanta now, trailing here by 8. Teague dishes to Carroll. Cannot hit. Good defense by Iguodala.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Here's the floater, and that one's good. And it's a 10-point Warrior lead.
He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Festus Ezeli taken with the final pick of the first round in 2012. And he's a raw, athletic, 6'11" big man out of Nigeria by way of Vanderbilt University. Boy, I tell you what, I love his size. It's now all about improving his skill level. And with his work ethic, I think it's just a matter of time before that happens.
John Jenkins checked in for Williams. Brand outside. Millsap down low, covered by Lee, and that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got 6. And Steve, for Ezeli, a good offensive rebounder, a capable defender, but offensively not much help.
Well, he can get better, no question. He just needs to be able to catch and finish off those pick and roll plays. He's never going to be a great shooter, but defensively and on the glass, that's where he really makes an impact.
Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. The Hawks trail by 8, and Jenkins kicks to Teague. Fires the 3. And he drills it. Beautiful release there from Jenkins. Jenkins got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Curry attacking. Shoots it. Again, Golden State. And it's gone. Just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Outside Teague. He kicks to Carroll. Millsap a screen on Iguodala. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jenkins. Thompson with the block. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And the Hawks making a change here. Here's Barnes. He dishes it to Ezeli. Iguodala with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Iguodala gets the bucket.
And he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty. The way he can blast his way straight through traffic. He's really strong.
And you know, at the end of the day, Steve, you just have to respect his overall defensive acumen. I mean, it's not just one thing he does well at that end. He knows how to guard from A to Z.
With the fadeaway. They get it back. Poke loose. Schroeder passes it to Millsap. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Millsap's got 8 points. Warriors leading by 7. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer. He told me he's a fan of Andre Iguodala, especially the way he's developed his outside shot. He said that was one weakness. He could do everything else, pass, handle, and finish. And boy, what a defender. But now that he's developed that jump shot, there are really no weaknesses in his game. Guys, that makes it awfully tough to deal with a guy who can impact the game in that many ways. Back to you.
And thank you for that, Doris. The Warriors making a switch here. Douglas is checked in. And Iguodala gets it to go in on the assist by Douglas. 12 points for Andre Iguodala.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Nice early advantage for them on the glass, guys.
You know, part of rebounding well early is just going after the ball and boxing out. I mean, establishing that tone so that you can maintain it later in the game.
Dishes it to Curry. Pulls up on the wing, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Well, they've settled into their offense very quickly here today.
Yeah, they're zoned in, making the most out of their possessions here.
Here's Schroeder, guarded by Curry. Schroeder, kicks to Brand. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Spates. Here's Douglas. Outside Curry. Elton Brand grabs the board.
An easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
Jenkins the pass to Schroeder. Pass to Jenkins. The dish to Brand. Tries to save it. Shot clock at 6. It's Curry with the drive. And he uses the glass on the layup. Curry's got 16.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Schroeder, that's good.
Broke out the finger roll, guys. That was kind of a stylish finish.
Warriors leading by 12. Down low. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Atlanta making some changes. Horford comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Korver in for DeMarre Carroll. The Hawks trail by 12. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Horford kicks to Schroeder. Back to Horford. Passes it to Schroeder. Clock is at 3. From deep three-point range. Second chance shot.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Warriors lead by 10. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score, playing well here, Steve.
Iguodala and Barnes slotted in at the forwards. Tony Douglas out there with Curry, and it's Bogut in at the 5, roaming the pace. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. A beautiful reverse layup. Bogut's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Warriors. The Hawks trail by 12. Here's Schroeder, and there's the feed to Brand. The jump hook and the basket good. A bank shot that time.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Golden State's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight.
The Hawks made the playoffs again, but ended up losing in the first round to the Pacers in 6 games. Dropped the first 2 in Indiana, won the next 2 in Atlanta, but it all ended when the Pacers got them in Game 6.
Korver dishes to Williams. Kept alive by Atlanta. Horford kicks to Williams. Horford against Barnes. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. Well, and for the Hawks, it's been 6 consecutive seasons with basically this group. Certainly Joe Johnson left as a free agent to Brooklyn. But, Steve, they have yet to get past the second round in any of those playoff runs.
I think that's why they decided to part ways with Josh Smith and originally with Joe Johnson 2 seasons ago, just to make that next step, to start fresh. And they may take a dip here, but I think that the future does look bright.
Hawks were pretty solid against the Western Conference, splitting the 30 games they played, 15 and 15. And if you do that against the West, when you're an Eastern Conference team, usually you're going to make the playoffs, and the Hawks did as a 6th seed.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. And for the Hawks against the West, as Clark, you were talking about earlier, 15 and 15. Might sound ho-hum, but Steve was actually the 4th best record against the West of all teams in the East.
Well, look, the West, you know, the more dominant conference. I think 15 and 15 is is a pretty solid record for Atlanta. So they had a good showing last year against the West.
Williams passes to Horford. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And it's 7 points for Al Horford. Warriors leading by 9. Lee left side. He feeds it to Barnes. Pulls up, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Outside Teague. Feeds to Brand. Goes up the baseline. Jump shot is good. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Curry against Teague. Thompson outside. Thompson off the pick from Lee. Clock at 6. And Thompson kicks to Barnes. For 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Now here's Williams. Outside Teague. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Teague's got 7 points.
Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over it.
Outside Curry. And the Warriors take on 2 more. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Williams. And the shot is good.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. It's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, guys, Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Williams. Coach has called on him to play a very big role at that end of the floor tonight, and as far as he's concerned, that hasn't quite taken shape yet. He also communicated to his players that he wants to see them consistently feeding the ball into the low post to get their bigs some easy looks. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris.
You know, when he gets the ball that close to the basket, it's almost an automatic 2-point.
Well, the defense has to battle him down there and keep him out of position in the first place. Do your work early.
Millsap up top, covered by Lee. And the dunk by Horford. Well, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this lead.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
Thompson dishes to Lee. Taken away by Williams. Millsap's against Lee. Millsap kicks to Corbin. Williams passes to Millsap. Back to Williams. Into Al Horford. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Now just a 5-point Warrior lead.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
Yeah, that's 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed on good looks right at the rim.
He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. As long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
DeMarre Carroll's checked in for the Hawks. Atlanta with the ball. Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they're playing with so much energy offensively. The ball is really moving.
Here's Horford. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 3 assists in the game. Warriors leading by 3.
Well, Lewis Williams has 2 things working for him on the offensive end. First, he is lightning fast, and secondly, he shoots the ball so well that he's able to use a great pump fake, and he really keeps defenders guessing.
Horford sets a screen for Williams. Kicks to Carroll. Outside Teague. 6 on the shot clock. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Back to Williams, more turnover prone last season than we're used to seeing.
Yeah, that's normally a strength of his, Kevin. High volume offense without turning it over. Of course, he changed teams, so perhaps adjusting to the new system made him a little more mistake prone.
David Lee, such a versatile big man. He rebounds, he can pass from the high post. He's got that mid-range jumper, and he can finish inside with either hand. Little hook shots, flip shots. He is a really, really good player.
That free throw from Lee is good.
And guys, you mentioned David Lee's ambidextrous finishing. I mean, Steve, he actually broke his left arm when he was in high school, and it forced him to develop his right hand in the meantime, and that's why he's so effective with both hands, and he's really made the most of it. It's part of what makes him a tough guy to deal with.
Teague can't hit.
Well, those chances are almost always 2 points for him. I guess the defense did what it had to do to bother him.
And again, no good by Golden State.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Williams up on top. Launches it. No good. The Warriors go the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Barnes with it, and it's Horford picking him up. Barnes dishes to Curry. Right side, Lee. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's 7 points for David Lee.
Gotta love the inside-out game there, guys.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Williams kicks to Horford. And the basket good. Horford's got 15 points.
He is feeling it. A terrific percentage from the field.
Williams against Thompson. The pass to Barnes. He kicks it to Lee. Here's Ezeli, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points with some hard work on the glass there.
Atlanta calls timeout.
Well, Mike Budenholzer, you know, the new coach of the Hawks, spent 19 years with the San Antonio Spurs, including 17 as an assistant. Well, you couldn't ask for a better teaching ground than that.
The Hawks making a switch here. The Hawks trail by 6. Millsap a screen on Douglas. Teague. Here's Carroll. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
Douglas against Teague. Douglas the pass to Iguodala. Just 5 on the clock. No good from Spates. And back to Budenholzer, who was with the Spurs for 19 years. Steve, the Spurs, the winningest team in pro sports over the last 15 years.
Yeah, I'm glad that Budenholzer has finally gotten his chance. I played for him for 4 seasons. He's a guy who loves the game. He's very dedicated, hardworking, and has learned from probably the best coach in the NBA during his time in San Antonio.
Douglas against Teague. Iguodala dishes to Douglas. Pass to Ezeli. Douglas kicks to Iguodala. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Iguodala's got 14.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Teague, the pass to Horford with the fadeaway. Shot is no good, and Golden State will go the other way with it. Now Thompson. He dishes it to Ezeli. Thompson with the bucket. Now it's a 6-point Warrior lead.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
Douglas against Teague. Dishes it to Horford. Into Millsap. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. The dish to Douglas. Pass to Ezeli. Douglas with it, picked up by Teague. Iguodala kicks to Douglas. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Box ball. Elton Brand's checked in for Al Horford. .143 left in the first half. Here's Schroeder. Tries again. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Brand.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the board.
Yeah, both teams have really put in a terrific effort down low.
Thompson outside. Passes it to Iguodala. Clock at 6. The feed now to Douglas. Launches it. It's rebounded by Jenkins. Jenkins got his 3rd rebound tonight. In low to Brand. And it's blocked by Bogut. Iguodala outside. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the half. Douglas kicks to Thompson. It's stolen by Jenkins. Fast break, the Hawks on up the court. Good. Carroll's got 4 points this quarter.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Thompson outside. He feeds it to Douglas. Fires for 3, and that one's good. Douglas has got himself on the board with 3 there. The Hawks trail by 5.
Shot clock is off. This should be the last possession of the quarter.
That's what they should have in mind here.
Schroeder kicks to Millsap. It's rebounded by Golden State. From half court, can't hit. And the first half ends in a close one. The Warriors on top, up 5. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the 3rd quarter of basketball.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's Thursday and just one more day until the weekend's officially here, but in the meantime, let's check out what's been going on. The Golden State Warriors are ahead against Atlanta. With 2 quarters left to play, they've been an offensive juggernaut, scoring with impunity. Stephen Curry on cruise control in this one against the Hawks. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. And the Hawks are still in it, going all out. They've been having their way inside. A huge lead when it comes to points in the paint, making it very hard to defend against them. A big first half for Al Horford. He's got 15 points and has also rebounded well, 6 boards. And that's all we got for you here in the studio. Time to send you back out to Kevin, Steve, Clark, and Doris for the start of the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
How about Steph Curry in this one? 18 points, and the steals are starting to pile up for him also.
They sure have, and clearly he's gotten in their heads because of it, Clark. Guys are looking over their shoulder now, always worrying about where he is.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Hawks, Millsap at power forward with Horford at center. Jeff Teague and Lou Williams, the backcourt, and it's Korver in at the small forward. Thompson with it. Williams picks him up. Thompson dishes to Curry. Curry gets the screen from Lee. Just 4 to shoot. The wing jumper, a misfire from Stephen Curry.
And the Warriors turnaround, I think, in large part because of the improvement defensively and on the boards last year. There was a 5 or 6 year stretch where Golden State was maybe the worst team in both categories in the entire league, but the schemes have changed, the personnel, the intent, the toughness, and it has all led to a new era for the Golden State Warriors basketball team. Well, that's one way to get your second half started on the right foot. An easy layup against some soft defense.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Curry's got 20. And back to the Warriors looking to pack the paint. If you want to get into a three-point shooting contest with them, well, I think they'd welcome that.
I agree. I mean, with the Splash Brothers in the backcourt, you can get sprayed in a hurry from all angles. I mean, those guys are terrific. But again, their improved defense and rebounding was a big part of their success as well.
That drops. 7 points for Williams.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Curry is inside, and that one's good.
A large part of what they've been able to do here is centered around his offense.
The Hawks trail by 4. Williams with the ball, picked up by Thompson. Outside Williams, feeds it to T. Kicks it to Millsap. 13 feet away, and again it's Atlanta.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Curry against T. Curry passes to Thompson. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Williams gets a screen from Horford. T kicks to Horford. Here's Millsap. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Millsap's got 12 points in the game.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Timeout called the Warriors.
You know, last season the Hawks were a solid team on the road. Nothing spectacular. Really what you'd expect from a 3 seed in the East. Ended the year with a 19-22 road record. Not bad.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He told his players to play less as individuals and more as a unit. As he put it, one-on-one play has not yielded them nearly enough open shots. Perhaps the rest of this second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. Curry with it. Picked up by Teague. Here's the 3. Curry can't get it to go. Well, Clark, you said it about the Hawks last year, 19-22 on the road. You really need to hover around 500 on the road. Don't you think, Steve, to position yourself for the playoffs?
No question. As long as you can control
was going over with his team. He outlined a new set of priorities for them, the main one being to attack the basket at every opportunity. There was one other thing he talked to them about. He told them to move with purpose on the perimeter, use screens, and find those open outside shots. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Down low. It's tipped and stolen by Williams. And now looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
No, this is the last thing you ever want to see in a game.
You know, at this point, we can just knock on wood, say a prayer, and wish him the best.
And the Hawks making a change here. Carroll's checked in.
It's a thin line between paper and hate. Friends and snakes growing old on earth grave. Over the pearly gates, I was destined to come. Predicted, blame God, he blew breath in my lungs. Second to none, wicked turn wives to widows. Through satin pillows, the desolate one. Took a little time to claim my spot. Chairman of the board until this game stopped. And I side with the Lord. Ride for the cause while driving out my doors. Plotting, I'm sure they catch me with to my jaws. Try. But I flipped on his ducks instead of me. Ambulances were picking them up. People fear what they don't understand, hate what they can't conquer. Guess it's just the theory of man became a monster on top of the world. Never falling, I'm as real as they come.
Azile's checked in for Andrew Bogut. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Teague, and it's all evened up. Teague's got 13.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
Iguodala outside. No good off the back of the rim.
You know, Horford missed a big chunk of that 2011-12 season after he tore the pectoral muscle in his shoulder. But he bounced back last season, and he arguably had his best year of his NBA career.
And here's Douglas. Lee outside. Lee, a screen on Williams. Douglas for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Douglas has got his second basket. And going back down, Horford, career high Clark last season in minutes played.
Yeah, he averaged a double-double for the first time in his career, Kevin, so that injury didn't give the Hawks pause. They rode Horford more than ever, and he was up to the challenge.
For the finish, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Lewis Williams.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Barnes, he's checked in for the Hawks.
Well, you know, it's interesting, guys. Klay Thompson, as we all know, is a deadly outside shooter. But I think early in his NBA career, he struggled a bit with his touch around the rim. So it's nice to see as last season wore on, he started to find that touch around the glass and finish against bigger guys, which is much needed at the two-guard position.
Well, and Clark, going back to Klay Thompson, he wants to be a complete player. His dad certainly was, and you know, Steve, he's just not a shooting specialist.
No, he's got the size and ball handling ability to really attack off the dribble, and he's also become an excellent defender, too. Greg Popovich talked about it during their playoff series a year ago. Thompson really did a nice job at that end of the floor. A big step forward once again for Jeff Teague last season. He continued to up his scoring and assist totals and had one of his best years from the free throw line to date.
Elton Brand's checked in for the Hawks. He's perfect from the line this time. And Steve, back to Teague. He's working on that outside shooting, but as a point guard, you know, Clark, he's very effective around the rim. But those little in-between shots you like so much.
Kevin, I love the arsenal he has, and every point guard needs to have those runners, floaters, flippers, I call them. You've got to have that. You're not always going to be able to get to the rim against such, you know, against bigger guys. And Steve also mentioned his good free throw percentage. So the more he can get himself to the line, the better for him and his team.
The Hawks trail by 4. He kicks to Jenkins. The 3-ball. Warriors with the rebound. Lee's got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's time for an injury report.
Kev, I was able to speak with head athletic trainer for the Hawks about his status. Unfortunately, guys, he said it doesn't look good. His night is over, and it remains to be seen just how long it will be until he can come back.
All right, Doris, we will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And we know one thing, Kevin. This guy loves to play, so he's going to do everything possible to get back out onto the court.
Definitely. Let's hope it's a speedy recovery for him.
Time now for an injury report.
Kev, I was able to speak with head athletic trainer for the Hawks about his status. Unfortunately, guys, he said it doesn't look good. We're starting to get into the grinding part of the season, and it has to be a real blow to this team to lose a player like him at a time like this.
Doris, thanks for the update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. And unfortunately, you can't afford to dwell on it. I mean, you got to come up with another plan and move forward.
And that's not easy to do, guys, because it's very emotional for everybody on the team to see him go down. But you're right, Clark. I mean, they've got to figure it out and move on.
Douglas can't hit.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide-open look.
Lee against Teague. The pass to Brand. Back to Teague. Pass to Jenkins. Lets it go with the 3. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. From the low block, and a little luck that time, but it drops. And now a 10-point Warrior lead. And the Hawks with possession here. Outside Williams. Brand inside. He's against Lee. Brand, good.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
Lee sets a screen for Douglas. He dishes it to Thompson. That's in, coming off a nice assist from Douglas. Thompson's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, their plan of attack has been pretty clear to see. Get the ball inside and just take it strong to the hoop. Be dominant in the lane.
Well, the defense has been very slow to adjust. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Douglas with it. He's got 8. And here's Barnes for 3, and he gets the bucket. Barnes has got 9 points.
Boy, they've been so sound offensively in the second half. I love the way they're playing.
Yeah, there's really no comparison in the shooting percentages between the teams since the break.
Brand with it. He's picked up by Lee. Back to Williams. Fires for 3. Here's Douglas. And Thompson kicks to Lee. Dishes to Azili. Second shot opportunity. Out of bounds. Atlanta will take possession. Atlanta making a switch here. The Hawks trail by 11. Here's Schroeder. Jenkins dishes to Horford. The 11-footer, and he gets it to go. Horford's got 4 points this quarter. And it's the Warriors with the ball.
You know, it's funny, you look at the Golden State Warriors, they've had the 3rd best home court advantage in the league over the last decade or so. Only the Rocky Mountain teams, Denver and Utah, were better. At Oracle, it's not the altitude, it's the crowd. One of the best in all of the NBA.
Atlanta's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. Passes it to Schroeder. There's the dish to Horford. 6 to shoot. Off the mark from 16 feet out. And Clark, as you were saying about the Warriors, they really feed off this home crowd. Steve, you said maybe the best in the NBA?
I think so, just in terms of the support they get, regardless of their success. You think back to the last 16, 17 years, Warriors have only been in the playoffs twice, and yet the fans are there every single night going nuts. So, and now that they're a good team, I think this fan base is really going to come alive.
Schroeder off a pick from Horford. Schroeder passes to Jenkins. Williams against Barnes. Williams kicks to Jenkins. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And that's now 6 points tonight for John Jenkins. Pass to Ezeli. Out to the wing. Barnes kicks to Spates. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
Yeah, the defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Ezeli. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin, closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
And Steve, we can't fail to mention all the steals they've piled up too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
Here's Schroeder, covered by Barnes. Shot's good from Schroeder. 36 seconds left to play in the third. It's Iguodala with the drive. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Iguodala. Thompson's got 15. The Hawks trail by 10. Millsap a screen on Iguodala. Williams with the ball. Guarded now by Andrew Bogut. Out of bounds. Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
Williams against Iguodala. Shot clock at 6. Williams attacking. Tries again, and it's good on the way in. 14 points for Millsap. Thompson outside, and it's Golden State with another.
Well, he had that height separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job of taking advantage of that.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Warriors. Through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, today it comes from one of the men in the middle, Kevin. And let me tell you, anytime you get a big man who can pass like this, it really changes the way you can play offense, diversifies your offensive attack.
Let me ask, who is the best passing big man you played with?
Luke Longley.
The Australian.
Yes, big redhead, good passer down on the low block.
The number 1 pick by the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Hawks trail by 10. Bogut out there with Maurice Spates. Then there's Harrison Barnes. Then it's Thompson, and it's Iguodala in at the 2. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Here's Brand, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Boy, what a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Iguodala kicks to Spates. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists in the game. Now the feed to Millsap. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
He's been a bright spot for them. He's had an incredibly efficient offensive performance.
Steve, his shooting really has been just terrific. They'd be much worse off if it weren't for him, that's for sure.
Iguodala dishes to Thompson. In low to Spates. Stolen by Brand. Williams kicks to Schroeder. Schroeder off a pick from Brand. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Schroeder.
You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
Timeout called the Warriors.
The Hawks last season weren't really a bad offensive team, but they did have one of the more memorable offensive nights, and not for anything positive. In a January game against a tough Bulls team, the Hawks only scored 58 points over the course of the entire game.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. Mark Jackson had some words for his team over that break. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Iguodala, the pass to Barnes. He feeds it to Bogut. Shot left block, and he gets it to go. And the Warriors lead by 8. As you said, the Hawks had one of the worst offensive nights, Clark, in the NBA, but overall, we're a solid offensive team right around the middle of the league. Steve just goes to show what can happen when a team goes cold.
Yeah, when you don't have that one guy who you can always lean on to score, I mean, there are going to be some nights where everything just misses, and I think that was the case that game against Chicago. It was kind of bizarre, but hey, over the course of 82 games, it's going to happen.
Kicks it out to Iguodala. Feeds it to Lee. Golden State moving the ball around. Here's Thompson, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Williams against Thompson. Williams attacking, and it's blocked.
I just love his ability as an on-ball defender. It's so important to have people like that on your roster because the pick and roll is the way the game is played today. But he's as good a pick and roll defender as I've seen.
And I think part of the reason for that is he has a real good sense of when to go over the screen and when to go under, depending on who the ball handler is.
And the first one drops.
A lot of high hopes for what Lou Williams could do with a new team last year. It really started off quickly with Atlanta, had some good games, but eventually the season went down the drain with that knee injury in January.
And the Hawks making a change here. Horford's checked in. That one misses. And for Williams' quickness, a big part of his game. We'll see how the knee affects his game, Clark.
You know, it normally takes a year or so to get back to playing, 2 years to get back to 100%, but he's signed to a very cap-friendly contract, so Atlanta may be able to weather his loss until he's back to his old self.
6 on the shot clock. Iguodala dishes to Lee, and stolen by Jeff Teague. Teague left side. Kicks to Millsap. 6 to shoot. Back to Teague. High, arcing shot. Thompson with the rebound. Warriors leading by 9. Bogut sets a screen for Barnes. On the wing, Iguodala. From outside, off the mark.
Well, he struggled a little bit in the second half, but remember, he hit 3 of those in the first half.
Back to Thompson. Bogut with a screen on Williams. Thompson can't get it to go. And Atlanta will come the other way. And the pass to Horford. The jump hook, that's good. Horford's got 21 in the game.
That time the defenders were a little lazy getting to him.
Golden State's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Williams against Thompson. And that one swishes right in. Thompson's got 4 points in the quarter.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
Knocked away. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Here's Bogut. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there. Well, you know, Andrew Bogut essentially missed the first half of last season as he continued rehab from his ankle injury from early 2012. The team did a pretty good job of holding down the fort in his absence. Got off to a hot start, but no question about it. He gives this team a whole different dimension inside when he's healthy.
That free throw, no good. Going back to Bogut, the Warriors took a little heat early on with that trade. You know, they sent their high-scoring guard, Monta Ellis, for Bogut to Milwaukee, and they had to wait a long while for the big man because he came injured to Golden State.
Well, that was the main reason people were upset. They traded their leading scorer for a guy who couldn't even play because he was on the sidelines. But once he was healthy, the trade made perfect sense. Golden State had plenty of firepower in the backcourt. They needed the size and defense that Bogut brought them.
Teague can't hit.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Iguodala kicks to Bogut. Pass to Thompson. He dishes it to Iguodala. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ezeli. Goes back up. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Warriors lead by 11.
Well, it's plays like that. Hustle plays on the glass and then staying with it, being active, really caused some problems for that defense.
Williams kicks to Horford. Outside Williams. In low to Brand. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Brand's got 4 points this quarter.
It looked like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
Warriors leading by 9. Dishes it to Bogut. He kicks it to Ezeli. Passes it to Iguodala. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Iguodala's got 20 points.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
Outside Williams. Outside Teague. Right side Teague. A baseline J. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Lee's got 11 rebounds in the game. Thompson off the pick from Ezeli. Thompson with it. Williams picks him up. Thompson against Williams. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
The Hawks trail by 13. Horford sets a screen for Williams. Got a piece of it. Lee with the steal. It's Bogut with the drive. Thompson outside. Back to Bogut. Iguodala with a screen on Teague. Bogut the pass to Iguodala. 6 to shoot. Iguodala left side. Trains it from 9 feet away. Iguodala's got 4 points this quarter.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting pounded in there. The defense not offering much resistance. They've got to force the ball back out to the perimeter.
It's Thompson off the drive. Iguodala outside. Bogut dishes to Iguodala. Pass to Lee. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. 9 points for David Lee.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
Here's Horford. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, it's the edge they've had in that area on the glass that's played a big role in this game.
Yeah, they've got some strong guys, Steve. Guys that are strong and well put together, and they've used that strength to their advantage down low.
The dish now to Iguodala. Again, Iguodala missing. The Hawks trail by 17. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Teague kicks to Millsap. And the shot is good. Millsap's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
The feed to Thompson. Lee, a screen on Williams. Thompson passes to Iguodala. Right side, Lee. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
You know, I liked what I saw last year from David Lee and Steph Curry in terms of leading their team. They talked about it before the season, and you could see it in how they played and prepared.
That free throw from Lee is good. And David Lee had been viewed around the league as a guy who put up good numbers but didn't really help you win. So it had to be a great feeling for him to lead the Warriors on the season they had this past year.
Well, I think this is the first time Lee has really been in position to win. He was drafted by the Knicks. They had really bad teams at the time, and the Warriors now getting going, adding to that roster. So I think it's unfair to suggest that Lee is not a winner based on his overall record as a player.
And he did lead the league in double-doubles last season, so he was performing with high individual numbers and certainly helping the team. Here's Millsap. Nice D from Bogut.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
Barnes kicks to Iguodala. Thompson inside the line. Can't get it to go. So Atlanta will take it the other way. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Iguodala against Williams. Lets the three fly, and he gets it to go.
And that's his second three-pointer of this half. Looks like he's starting to forget about that poor first half he had.
Warriors leading by 13. Thompson with it. Williams picks him up. Barnes against T. Now here's Barnes. He's covered closely, and he gets the bucket.
And this is what they wanted, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. And I think it can be considered a statement win for the Warriors.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
They sure did, Kevin. Every time they left the man open deep, you get a good look at the basket. And they didn't hesitate, and the aggressiveness paid off. You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Williams comes with a double team. Barnes dishes to Lee. Barnes passes to Lee. Drilled from 11 feet out. And the Warriors lead by 17.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They've really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out.
Teague gets a screen from Millsap. Teague with the ball. Bogut picks him up. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Barnes kicks to Thompson. Shoots from the right block. Rejected by Millsap. And they'll keep possession. That drops. Here comes Lewis Williams. Launches it. Can't get it to fall. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And so now we'll go down to Doris Burke, who's standing by live with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were able to really help out your team on the offensive end. What enabled such a big night of productivity for you?
Well, I'm just used to the pace of the game by now, and my teammates do a good job finding me when I'm open, so all credit goes to them. I just catch and fire when I'm open.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, Klay Thompson.
1, 2, 3, go!
Waking up in a dream, sleepwalking on another